Hi guys, Steph here. So I have 5 cards that I made for the Hot Rods Boutique design team. And the reason there's 5 is because they are all pretty clean and simple. Normally I do like a batch of clean and simple, and then I'll do some crazy scene cards because the scene cards do take quite a while. So let me get started. I'm so excited about these. So my first card, and by the way, all the cards are A2 size, just so you know. My first card is using the Avery L. More Stories, and I just used this little fox. I just fell in love with him, and that is all I used from this stamp set. I did also use the Avery L. Written in the Stars, Love You to the Moon and Back. And I also used the Hero Arts Basic Gray Tiny Stars background. And then I'll show you what else I used after I show you the card. So this is the card, and I think it did come out quite well with the look of the moon glowing. So what I did is I Copic colored my little fox, fussy cut him out and set him aside. I used white cardstock. It's 1 layer. On the white cardstock, I then punched out some masking paper with a big circle punch, and I laid it down here. I then white heat embossed my Tiny Stars background over that, and then I kept the mask on, and I inked my paper up using these ink colors. So first, tumbled glass, and that's closest to here, and then I went darker as I went out. So tumbled glass, peacock feathers, faded jeans, chipped sapphire, and just a little bit of black soot along the edges. And I think it really did give it that look of the moon glowing. And then for the sentiment, Love You to the Moon and Back, I just used my Ranger Liquid Platinum embossing powder. And for the hill, I just had some scrap green paper. I cut it like, you know, kind of wonky like a hill, and inked it up a little bit with the some mowed lawn, and that was it. So I really love this card. So that's number 1. The next card is a spooky Halloween card. And for this one, I used the Avery L. Boo. And I used this little web. I used both of the ghosts. I used the You Are Spooktacular. And I used the 3 solid stars. I also used some of the matching dies. I used the stars and the ghosts. And this is, again, A2 on 110-pound white cardstock. And here's the card, and I will explain in detail. So what I did is I took a piece of black sorry, I'm wrong first. I took a piece of Die Cuts with a View glitter cardstock in silver, and I put that down on my card base. I don't know if the glimmer and glitter will show up. Oh, scared me. Sorry, guys. And then I put a piece of black cardstock down, and I stamped my web all over, and I heat embossed it using Judikin's Diamond Sparkle Embossing Powder. And then I just splattered some Heidi Swap Gold Color Shine all around, just kind of splattered it. And then I took some vellum and white heat embossed the ghosts and die cut them out. And then on another piece of vellum, I gold heat embossed the sentiment, and I just stapled this piece on and wrapped it around the back. And these guys, I just used a little bit of glue pen where the white heat embossed is. And then the stars I die cut out and just used, what did I use? I used Fizz, I believe, Avery L ink. And then to finish it off, I added a few Studio Calico Gold Stars and Studio Calico Clear Acrylic Stars. So there are a few of those on there. And that is card number 2. And then on to card number 3. Card number 3 is using Whimsy's Time for Tea Designs Cheers. And these are the Copic colors that I used on her. Okay. And it is A2 size, 110 pound white cardstock again. And you know what? I didn't grab, oh, that's why. I used scrap paper for these, so that's why I don't have the pattern paper next to me. I'm sorry, guys. So I just took, you know, top folding white card base, and then I used some Raspberry Fizz paper tray ink cardstock, and I cut out a little banner, and then these 3 squares, and I used some scrap papers and coordinating colors, and just put those down. Very simple card. I used my scalloped ovals die for the pink, and then just a large ovals die for the white over here. And then here is my Cheers girl, and oh my goodness, sorry, that might happen one more time. They won't give up. So as I said, I Copic colored her. I added some glossy accents on her eyes, on her champagne glass, and her shoes, and just a pinch of Wink of Stella on the blue peeking out of her dress. And then the Celebrate is from Avery L. Smile. The hashtag Celebrate, rather. So, really simple card. Number 4 is using Avery L's Alice and Friends. Such a cute set. I used Alice, I used the rabbit, I used the banner, I used the thank you, and I think that's it from those. And then I also used this Avery L Finished Frames die, and I used the large and small frame. I used the sketchy stars and the larger bow. And I think that's it from that. So again, white cardstock. And then, oh, you know what else I used? For this piece here, I used watercolor cardstock. And I heat embossed a background stamp by Hero Arts, and I don't have it next to me. And then I just dabbed some ink onto my craft mat and smushed it in and let it dry. And I had this set aside for like a week because I had been playing with it, and I decided to use it on this card, so that's why I don't have that stuff next to me. Then I used a piece of the Die Cuts with a View vellum 6x6, printed vellum 6x6 paper pad, and I just die cut out my smaller frame. And then for Alice and the Rabbit, I just Copic colored them, very simple, added a little bit of glitter to areas. And then the thank you, I just Copic colored the banner to look a little bit more weathered. And then I went over the thank you with a black glitter pen. And then I die cut my little red bow, and then 3 little sketchy stars out of different blue and teal cardstock, and then went over it with a little bit of glitter pen, and you can see that little dashed line in the frame, which I love. So super simple again. And then for the last card, again, very simple. I used the Whimsy Time for Tea Designs Cozy Cardie. This is such a cute stamp. And these are the Copic colors that I used on her. Okay. And I used a scrap piece of paper. No, I used a piece of paper from the Avery L papers that Brittany sent me. And then I also used the Happy Birthday from Avery L's Party Animal stamp. And the rest is just paper tray ink black cardstock and paper tray ink craft cardstock. And here's that paper from the Avery L line. On the black cardstock, I used this Fiskars punch. It's just a little heart border punch. I used a bit of washi tape down here. There's that Happy Birthday. I just used some circle punches for the black and the craft circles, and then drew some dashed lines onto the craft one. And then I added some enamel dots. The ones in the middle are ones by Brittany, and the ones on the outer are Recollections, and you cannot even tell. Is that not crazy? That's how good hers are. And for my girl, as I said, I just Copic colored her. I gave her some fun blue highlights in her black hair, which I thought was really fun. Glossy accents on the shoes and the eyes, as I like to do. Added some blue and black wink of Stella in her hair as well. And that was really it. I like how her hair came out. So that is it for today, guys. So, yes, 5 cards. All very clean and simple. I have to say, though, I think this one's my favorite. Which one's your favorite, guys? Do you have a favorite? Did you like any of them? Did you not like any of them? Are you excited to see what I'm going to do for my next one? Because it's going to be a scene card, I'm sure. Anyway, thanks a bunch for watching. Go check out the shop. I'll have the link down below.